Hi, this is Dave Hodges, The Common Sense Show, and we're the show that's freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Well, bravo to Investment Watch. And where the hell is the mainstream media? Maxine Waters, a person who lives in a district where they really don't have two stones to rub together. Maxine Waters, who lives in a $5 million house on a public servant salary, something that I popularized about 3 months ago. Maxine Waters, who lives the life of luxury. How does she afford this? Well, a lot of other people in Congress have been asking the same question. Unfortunately, no one in the mainstream media is asking. Investment Watch is all over this, as I called for 3 months ago. The House Ethics Committee on Monday outlined its charges against Representative Maxine Waters, who's accused of helping a bank in which her husband owned stock secure federal bailout funds. Of course, let me step aside. Poor Maxine, because she could say everybody else is doing it, and she would have a point. Because this is exactly what Dianne Feinstein did for her husband and his companies several times when she headed committees and he got government work. Feinstein entered the Senate as a millionaire. 2 decades later, she's a billionaire. No different than Waters, so Waters would have a point in saying everyone else is doing it. The congressional panel said Waters, who sits on the Financial Services Committee, broke a House rule requiring members to behave in a way that reflects credibly on the chamber. The committee said that by trying to assist One United, she stood to benefit directly because her husband owned a sizable amount of stock that would have been worthless if the bank failed. The committee also accused Waters of violating the spirit of the House rule prohibiting lawmakers from using their positions for financial gain, as well as a government ethics statute banning the dispensing of special favors. Waters has vehemently denied wrongdoing and said she'd rather defend herself at an ethics trial than admit to something I didn't do. Yeah, Maxine, tell us, on your $170,000 a year public servant salary, how do you afford a $5 million house? Broke. Maxine Waters' individual campaign contributions are dried up. She owes her daughter big-time money. She's desperate. Desperate people sometimes commit desperate criminal acts. Despite her elevated profile following the election of Donald Trump, in which the first words out of her mouth were impeach. Yeah, she was calling for the impeachment the day of the inauguration. She didn't say for what. Impeach. Why? Is he too white for you, Maxine? Was he too honest? Was he a man that just wanted to keep American jobs inside of America? And you were on the take to continue to let big business ship our jobs overseas and then bring them back in with their products without tariffs. Now, Maxine, that's been well documented. I've written about that, and you. This woman knows no bounds with her criminality. Her campaign filings reveal that she has received a paltry $22,000 in individual contributions this year. She owes her daughter $100,000 for political mailer services. The campaign is compensated for the low amount of individual contributions by pulling in 6 figures from political action committees. The campaign reported $2,500 from PACs during the first quarter and $99,000 during the second quarter. So she's compensating because she's running again. Waters' campaign now has $193,714.02 of cash on hand. It has debts of over $128,000. A majority of the debt is owned by Karen Waters, the daughter of Maxine Waters. This is absolutely incredible when you look at the fact about how she is trying to make up for this money by basically furthering her husband's investments. This is beyond criminal. I mean, this is fraud. This violates banking regulations, campaign laws. I don't know how many felonies there are here, but there are a ton of felonies. Black Trump supporter goes nuclear on Maxine Waters. Have you destroyed the black community with illegal immigration? Asked one of her constituents. A Trump supporter went on to say, this is in her own district now, people are tired of your hate and your racism. All the jobs went to illegal aliens. You have destroyed the black community. You are a black racist. You hate racists. All the jobs went to illegals. You gave our jobs to illegals. We want you out. This is from the Gateway Pundit. And these were text messages from people and tweets from people who oppose her, and they happen to be African American. And they have names. One of these people's names was Jose Gayton, and he lived in her district. And he's calling her out. This woman probably isn't going to get reelected unless they use George Soros voting machines. Maxine Waters needs to go, but there's a bigger issue here. She is the poster child for the congressional group who vehemently opposes Donald Trump, refuses to work with him even though he's extended his hand across the aisle, even though he's a man that has set up apprentice programs in Maxine Waters' district. Apprentice programs. That means we're getting trained for jobs. But Trump is a racist and he hates black people. Go figure. This country is on a collision course with civil war because of people like Maxine Waters. Well, that's it for the Common Sense Show. Thanks so much for joining us. We are brought to you by Numana Foods. Numana is the very best in storable food. The Health Ranger's done comparison tests. Quality of taste, compared to price, shipping convenience, safety, like no GMOs, no glyphosate. And in each instance, Numana comes out as number one. Get the peace of mind that comes knowing that although we don't like to spend money on things like storable food, we really don't have a choice in this day and age. And Numana is the best. Go to Numana.com/Hodges and use the coupon code Hodges NOV5 and we'll get that out to you right away. Please share this with your social media. And if you're new, please subscribe and we'll keep you updated.